Today's story time is about Jesus at the temple, and it is found in Matthew 2 and Luke 2. Let's see what it's about. One day after Jesus was born, Mary and Joseph took the baby to the temple. There was a very old man named Simeon in the temple that day. He knew he would live to see God's Son. And when Simeon saw Jesus, he took the baby into his arms and said, "All of my life I have waited for you to come." Simeon praised Jesus. Then he sang a sweet song to him. Simeon told Mary and Joseph that Jesus was the Savior of the world. Now later, 3 wise men traveled to Jerusalem, and they were looking for the newborn king. They knew he was God's son, so they had followed a bright star, and it led them to the city of Bethlehem. When the 3 wise men saw baby Jesus, he was with his mother Mary. They said, "A bright star has guided us to your house, and we have traveled for 2 years to see God's Son." Then the wise men bowed down and worshiped baby Jesus. They gave him gifts of gold, sweet-smelling perfume, and the finest herbs. Then the wise men left baby Jesus. They returned to their homes, and like the shepherds, they told everyone they met about God's Son. Now Jesus grew up in the town of Nazareth, and he grew to be strong and wise. And every year, Mary, Joseph, and Jesus took a long trip. They would go to the temple in Jerusalem for a festival, and they traveled with all their family and friends. And when Jesus was 12 years old, his family once again made the trip to Jerusalem. After the festival, they started the trip home, but Jesus stayed behind. When Mary and Joseph realized that Jesus was not with them, they began to search for him. And 3 days they looked for him, but they could not find Jesus anywhere. They went back to the temple to ask the teachers if they had seen him. When Mary and Joseph got to the temple, they found Jesus. He was sitting in the temple and talking with the teachers, and the teachers were truly amazed at this little boy. He understood new and wonderful things about God. The teachers liked him because he asked them questions and talked to them about God's laws. Mary said, "Jesus, we've been looking everywhere for you. We were so worried about you." "Why were you looking for me, Mother? Did you not know I would be about my Father's business in his house?" replied Jesus. Mary did not understand, but she was glad that Jesus was safe. Then Mary, Joseph, and Jesus returned to their home in Nazareth. Well, Mary and Joseph did not always understand why Jesus did things, but they loved him very much. And they knew he was God's son and that God had a very special plan for Jesus. They had fun watching him as he grew taller and stronger, and they saw his love for God grow stronger too. Jesus obeyed his parents, and he was a good child. He listened to his mother's words, and Jesus was taught by Joseph about being a carpenter. Jesus became a good helper, and he loved Mary and Joseph, and they shared many happy days together. Well, I hope you enjoyed this story about Jesus when he went to the temple and other things in his life. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.